All right, I just wanted to do a quick video. This is my OneLaser Hydra 7 machine. I just set up my PiBurn Grip 2, and I've got my origin set, which at this point it's not real critical, but it is set on the line, and then also on the little dot down here on the bottom part. That needs to be set up as well, and it is. But the one thing that people never really talk about is the rotation position. So when I rotate my X, I guess that's Y. So anyway, when I rotate the tumbler, it gets to a certain point and it stops. And then when I go in the other direction, it gets to a certain place and it stops. Now, depending where you set the origin on your tumbler, when you run your program, like I've got a program here I'm gonna run, and I am set for basically the middle. So that's going to be the middle of my tumbler, and then when it goes, it's going to spin one way or the other. Now if I was doing two-sided, it might use all of this area, and if I don't start in the right spot, I could get your machine will alert you, telling you that you're going to move outside of the machine boundaries or something like that. That might not be the exact words that it uses, but so what I find you do is I'm looking up here, and it's actually the X direction. No, I'm sorry, it's the Y direction. So there's a little Y number right there. So when I go all the way in one direction, it hits 500. Now if I go in the other direction, when I go all the way around, it's eventually going to stop at 0. So, and that spins. So when I go in one direction, it's going to spin all the way to, on my machine, it's 500. So that's the max in the Y. And then when I spin the other direction, the max is going to go to 0. So now you can see Y is at 0. So what you want to do is you want to set the midpoint for my design. So the midpoint of my tumbler is where I'm going to start my program. So you want to set the midpoint, basically the middle of, on my machine, it's between 0 and 500. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this until I get to 250-ish. And obviously for mine, I'm not using the entire area, but somewhere around there should work. So I'm at 250.7. So that's where I want my origin to be. So when I set my origin, I'm going to go ahead and set origin. Now if I spin it, and then I push my origin button, it's going to bring it right back to that point. So now when I run my program, I'll go ahead and just frame it. So when I run my program, it's going to go ahead and spin it. And I'm fine. But if I have this set, let's just for fun, let's redo my Z. Let's just set it, let's go the other way, let's set it at 0. So if I do this and then set my origin, okay, so now it's all kinds of messed up. So if I do this, I can even spin it and hold it. So now let's see what happens if I run my frame. Let me run that again, see if it actually goes backwards at all. You notice it only goes in one direction. So now if I change my origin, let's go ahead and spin this around. We'll move in the Y. That's close enough. Set my origin. Okay, so now I can mess it up. Set my origin. So now let's watch when it spins. It should go in both directions. Now you notice how it went over the top and then around. So it definitely went much further. So if I had sent that to my machine, thankfully the machine would have told me that there was an issue. And the issue was that it couldn't go back under 100, because 100 is the lowest Y that it will allow me to go. So again, I thought I would just share this, something I learned a while back. and thought it might be useful for people. So again, load up your PiBurn grip and get everything set. I usually set my initial origin just on the line here. Then spin it to 0, spin it to the other side, and basically go in half. Now if you're just running it from the bottom corner here, like if I changed my origin to the bottom, you see my green square just moved down, then it's different. Obviously now you want to start at 0 and go up. Same thing if you were running here, you'd want to start at, on my machine, 500 and go down. But I generally do most of mine from the middle. I find that works best for me. Even if I'm doing two-sided, I find it works better if I start from the middle and work around. But to each their own. But anyway, just thought this might be useful to somebody out there that might run into this issue. So I hope this helps. And if you're getting any value from my videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, laser on, dudes.